So I knew that's not gonna be the end. I forgot to show you that little town I was telling you about, where most likely all the miners were living. We are now in this town. While we were staying in Porthmadog, we did see very narrow rails going through town, and indeed in a season there is an old steam train which goes from Porthmadog all the way to Caernarfon. I hope I pronounce it properly. That's the detailed map. We did see part of the rails. We did see rails going along the mountain when we were going yesterday to Penny Pass, and we stopped next to the river. And yeah, it looks pretty amazing. It's going through the tunnels on a hillside. Okay, you can see how it looks like. I mean, it's very, very narrow. And it's just going, if I could remember, 24.5 or 5, something like that, kilometers up and down the mountains. Yeah, we are out of the season, so there will be no trains coming or going. I cannot show you how it looks like. And now I'm gonna show you some of those houses in Beddgelert, because they look also amazing. Some of them built from the stones, different shape of stones, some built from the massive stony blocks, and they look very, very nice. The first cottage built from the locally sourced material. Another one. I mean, majority of things here are built of the stone, and look at that row of houses. All built in the same style. There is a whole row of those stony built houses, and I think we got something to do for another, I don't know, few hours maybe, because we got some information from the local guy that is worth to go take a walk into some place, and we're gonna check it, what is it. But yeah, right now I would like to show you that, just wanna show you that street of those most likely old miners' houses. Here they are, more of them. Yeah. All the way till the end. They all built in the same beautiful style, out of stone. When I see views like that, it's funny because locals will probably laugh at me, but yeah, I just don't wanna go back home from here. It looks so beautiful. It's probably the same kind of impression I got when people are coming to Devon and tell me that it's beautiful, and I feel like, well, it's just normal. Look how close to the mountain. You just lock your door and 10 minutes later you walk in the mountains.
Just have a look in the ticket and see what time it is.
Alright.
I'm going to grab a coffee.
So, following the local advice, we are just taking the what's called the fisherman's path, and well, I don't know where it's gonna take us, but I hope it's gonna take us to the place I did see while driving here, and it looks very nice. It should go along the river on a little ledge, and on the left hand will be this funny tiny railway disappearing at some point in a tunnel going through the mountain. Maybe we will be able to see that as well. I don't know how high are we above the sea level, but it's probably quite high, because as you can see in here. The clouds covering top of the mountain. Oh, we got some trees preventing you to see. See? It's impossible to see the top of that mountain on the right hand. The mountain on the right, and the peak is in the clouds already. That's the railroad going to Beddgelert, whatever. And I guess we're gonna cross and go along. Thank you. I wonder what will be the surprise at the end of the path, because that's what the local guy said. It's worth to go there because there is some surprise at the end. So we'll see what's the surprise. Below the rail track.
Oh, yeah, that must be another footpath, I would have thought, wouldn't it?
Can be, yeah. There can be another footpath going up in the mountains, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, it seems to be like people walk up here into the mountain itself. Yeah, that looks like, but it's sort of like Creed Goch yesterday. People just walk wild up, taking advantage of the grass and no scree. And yeah, there is like a few footpaths going up. And we're back to what we know best in here, which is mountain cobblestones.
We've walked on so many of them.
Oh yeah, that's probably the last possibility to get, because that's where the cliff starts further up. So you cannot get up anymore. That is probably the last place you can attempt to climb up. Oh, looks like this river is much more interesting when it's more water. See the dry riverbed here,
Yeah.
but it's probably filling with the water when the level is higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, from time to time we got bridges like this because that's how they let water go from the top of the mountain through such a gullies in order to prevent erosion. One thing I didn't tell you before, this is a river when you can canoe down the stream, obviously. That's why we noticed that from time to time, if I find one I will show you, it has a markers on the stones showing when there is a safe level to put down your canoe or kayak. Otherwise the water level, like today, is too low and it's not wise to do it because it's too many stones sticking out. But I think yeah, it was down there in town and in the places where you can actually stop on the road and put the canoe down the river. I think we got a very interesting example in here of how rich in different deposits that those mountains are. That probably will be iron ore deposits, hence the color of that water. But I'm not sure, I'm not an expert. And the railway goes up there. And here you got entrance. Please! Wait a minute, please. I will show you. This is the entrance to the tunnel I was telling you about. Look at her. Oh, she's already thinking, what is that Polish guy doing? That entrance, I can see the light at the back because I noticed there is like 2 or 3 small passages, and further down there is a proper tunnel cutting well through the mountain. So that is the first entrance. Okay, let's go back down the hill, which is not very easy on that scree. Yeah, and we got a nice bit of the footpath here. Ha! This is like a little shelf with the hooks to grab. No, it's not that bad. This one was just a little tunnel If I could remember, I did see 2 or 3, and the last one is the proper going through.
Big one, yeah.
Oh, there is another one. And yeah, you can see, I think there, I cannot see because it's very small on the picture. That's where the main tunnel disappears, well below the mountain. No, this one is another short. Can you see the tracks?
Yes, and then there's another one.
The railing separating tracks so people don't walk. And yeah, the last one is the proper that cuts.
Right through.
I did see on a map, and it's not just here, it just cuts through the mountain properly, like this mine shaft. I'm not sure if that's gonna be too crazy, but I would love to walk up there and go through one of those short tunnels.
From a storm.
The train won't come.
You don't know that. You're not going to train the storm.
Alright. As you can see, I'm not allowed to do something crazy and exciting, so oh, here we are. Now I can show you exactly. See? A little tunnel, just an arch. And that's the entrance to the main tunnel. And yeah, it cuts right through the mountain, it's not going along. All right. Now we have to jump down. Uh-oh. Not this way. This way. It is really beautiful footpath and not very demanding. Oh! Look at that! Is that the surprise? Let's see what's there. Oi. It's wet, it's very wet. Oh my god, this is a proper shaft. This is a proper, very deep shaft. My battery in a torch is already a bit dead, so I don't want to go any further. And the water is quite deep. Ooh! Oh yeah. This is a proper shaft. I cannot see where it goes, but the battery is dead in the torch and it's quite a deep water in there. So you need a wheelie boots. But yeah, if you go a little bit, you can see it just turns. Yeah, the extra 4000 lumens doesn't even start anymore.
Oh wow. Oh my goodness. It goes on forever, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's... Oh. It's quite scary, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. This is the same what I did feel when I went to Great Hangman. Yeah, and yeah, I mean this water is quite deep. There is not a lot of stones to step on.
And then it gets deep there.
Probably. And I don't really have, you know, like a swimming boots with me. They are just normal. Yours are leather and they waterproof, I'm pretty sure. You could go further down and dip it. So I'm not sure 100%, but that could be surprise this gentleman told us about. It looks to me like the mine we just been today is just one and only here a mine to made for people to visit and see. This whole area can be possibly full of shafts like that going into the mountains. You just need to know where is it if you wanna explore one or another. Yeah, it did look properly like, I mean the tunnel itself slightly bare, right? So I couldn't see very far how deep it is, but it looks really deep. Yeah, the mountain on our left, the river and the road to Port Madoc on the right hand. Ah yeah, that's the bridge and that's pretty much the end of the footpath. Okay, we are slowly approaching the end of the fisherman's footpath. Hello. Hello. As far as I remember, that's where the bridge is and the crossroad, and that is the end of the footpath. I don't think there is any more attractions in here. It's get quite demanding at the end. Yeah, that is the end of the footpath really. You can see a bridge in there, and yeah, it comes to the road. So now the option number 1 is come back the same way. The option number 2, go to the road and try to come back over the road. I think we're gonna choose option number 2. Yeah. No.